Hello guys, I'm Charlatan and this is a video of the explanation about the shortest run on PS4 eventually, theoretical. This is not possible, I want to make that very clear. So I took a bunch of videos and I put them together as they were made in the same time, but in one point this game soft locks and well, that's the part of the video uh, that is the most important like split between the two parts. So the first part for skipping time, for gaining time, is skipping the cutscene that happened when you talk to Burgren here on the cat. So now, for saving time, the thing we are doing is um, when the text appear on the screen, that one in the left bottom in the right bottom corner, we do one more roll and fast travel to the campfire, and that put us kinda in front of the cutscene part. But if we fast travel immediately when the text appear, we are going to not able to to trigger the cutscene. I don't know if that is because it's a time thing or is a checkpoint thing. I mean, we have to be more closer or we have to be more time inside the settlement. I don't know, but uh, that's a way for doing this and saving some precious time. So the first thing that we are gonna do here is after the text appear, we're going to fast travel to the campfire and not trigger the cutscene. So if you have tried this, if you don't go to the place, there you go, where the ceremony is taking place, all the sides of the cat are uh, with invisible walls, so you can like leave the cat without triggering that cutscene and talk to Burgren, and then all the people come back to her places and stuff. But because we enter this place and not trigger the cutscene, there is a little place here when we can uh, exit the cut. So there is the first time save. The game in this moment is kind of soft lock. You can do side quest and then go back and trigger the cutscene. If you go back to the place and stay there a little bit, you can trigger the cutscene again. And I think that will allow you to continue the game. If you have not done any of the mission, like talk to Naltuk or all the other stuff, you are most likely be able to continue the game. So now we're going to directly to Shaman's Path. This is a trick that is most likely possible on PS4 normal and slim. So here we only hit the tower for getting our mount be able to pass here. Maybe it's possible to just pass through and the pulse is not going to be a problem, but just in case, we're going to do that here. So if you have experimented with the game, you know that if you go to the Shaman's Path without talking to Naltuk, um, the door is going to be closed by an ice barrier. So um, also the barrier that um, not allow the mount to enter the cave is not the same of the ice barrier. So my thinking was, okay, so if this gate is way inside the cave, that gate most likely is going to behave like the walls of the cave, right? So if you just use the mount and do the trick as we do in a normal PS4, like just right into the cave, you can't do that if the ice door is there. So we have to use the trick that people with PS Pro have to do, or if you want to enter the cave in another point after talking to Naltuk, that is the fast travel trick. So it's very very difficult to do this trick when the ice thing is there because the the barrier is already loaded there. So here I think it was like 4 tries that I have to do, but obviously I got here and I just entered the cave immediately. As you can see, you can clip right through that thing, and now we can do Shaman's Path as normal. But we are not going to be visiting Aurea. We are going to use the flying mount from going to Firebreak immediately. So a few months ago, Blegas discovered that you can enter Firebreak with the mount. I mean, with Aloy in every point of the game. He was positioning the mount in the zipline that is in the Firebreak when the Scorcher and the Behemoths are. And when you hit the zipline, you trigger the cutscene and you are teleported to the place. But well, we can do that for like skipping more things, but because we are going on foot in that case, we have to kill the Scorcher, kill the Thunderjaw, do the puzzles and stuff. But Divergent, he found a way to enter the cave with a mount. So as you can imagine, if the mount is on a place that where it's not supposed to be, can clip through the wall. So most likely we think, okay, so the mount can clip through the walls on Firebreak also. So here I'm going directly to the volcano. Two things that I missed. You have to be careful because as you can see, I didn't go like immediately to the volcanoes, but well, there is Popa that I was recording this on OBS and he followed me offline, so thank you Popa for that cameo. Um, so I stayed there a little bit. I came down to the path to the exit of the cave, and I used a little rock for getting like the least height possible in Shaman's Path. So that is because we need to get down in some point eventually, and the other is because you have to be careful because if you are on that height, I think you can get stunned by the tower that we pass. So you have to be like a little bit more to the right, and you are going to be able to bypass the tower and not get the hit of the pulse. So in theory, this could be done in one go. Okay, I just cut the video because I didn't want um, to show like all the attempts for entering the cave. But if you have skill or luck, I don't know, and you enter first time and you are able to do that, I mean that you can go and fight the fireclaw without anything. So as you can see here, Aloy is way over there in the right. And the problem is that when the mount loses his momentum and Aloy is not in the mount can't move at top speed. So I do that at the attack with R1, so I can like move a little bit faster. So when Aloy is back on the mount, I can go back to smash X and go full speed, full off-road speed, obviously. So Divergent found a way in the other part of the mountain to enter, but that part for me has been really, really inconsistent in the few months. So I am using this part now that is way, way more consistent. So it's a little bit further, but it's more consistent. So I'm aiming for that rock there, and I get down, and again, because Aloy is not supposed to be here, she is flying around someplace. I have to get down using the attack because that's the fastest way to move when you don't have Aloy in the mount. So I aiming for the ceiling, for the roof of the first part of the firebreak facility. So in theory, like I am going to the roof or the path on the part when the bellowbags, the scrappers, and the watchers are in the first part of firebreak. So as you can see, Aloy is coming, and once Aloy is over the mount, I can go back to full speed. Now, I clip through the roof, but you most likely not going to be doing that. You are going to just be in the roof. And now we are inside with the mount and we can just aim for the door at the firebreak facility. As you can see, there is the. You don't have to trigger the cutscene. If you want, you can, but you don't. There is the Scorcher, there is the other one, there is the Behemoth, there is the door, and we need to now go back. I mean, go down to the ground, and I am gonna use this wall for doing that. You can use other parts. It doesn't really matter. They probably a fastest way to do this, but this is again a theory of what can be done. So I just clip through the walls there. There is a path, so I'm using that. There is a Scorcher, as you can see, there is spawn there, and all the things that are inside the firebreak facility are there. All the cutscenes, all the holograms, all the machines, all the puzzles, everything. Everything but the final cutscene. So I'm going to go here a little slow because you can clip through that ladder and go inside, and I will not recommend going out of bounds in this part of the game because it's really unforgiving to go inside back. So here, as same as ambush, Aloy can be over the mount when dialogue is happening. Now it's going to be a little clip there, but this is because I messed it up the first time, so I have to reset from save, and in that put me here. But I line up the dialogue so it's the same time. So after the dialogue, Aloy can go into the mount again, and we're going to use this part for bypass the far bend, so we don't have to do the puzzle there. We're going to get back into the ground again. It's a little difficult, but you can pull it off. And we are just gonna clip through these doors, not hitting the holograms, not hitting the cutscenes, not hitting everything. And here again, the dialogue prevent Aloy to get over the mount. We have to wait a little bit. And yeah, it's basically going over the gaps, going through the walls, going through the doors. As you can imagine, the mount is not supposed to be here. So here also I slowed down a little bit because the mount can clip through that parts. Um, Now, for this part, I go in the normal way and I use this little gap here to get down. There you go. And Tear Blast Jump is coming up. So hopefully the mount is not going to have problems with the Tear Blast Jump there. As you can see, we can't get over the mount. There is a prompt there, but I don't know. I mean, maybe it's frame perfect prompt, I don't know. Now we can go over the mount and do Tear Blast Jump. First try, nice. And it's a clip coming up, but it was not me, that was the game. And pay attention on the mission up there. It says follow the shaman's path. That's because I use another file for doing this. So that's because that mission is there. So a funny thing, this part of the firebreak facility is the only one that had collision with the mount. The mount behaved as a normal mount in this part. I don't know why. We put our man over there. The mount can go, by the way, over the fight. It's so weird why the mount behaves so differently here. I don't get it. But this is the the farthest way when you can go with the mount. You can get the mount like near to the door. Not the door, but that little hole that you have to, that rock hole that you have to pass for getting into the battle with the Frostclaw. I mean, Fireclaw, sorry. But that's the further way you can go with the mount. So as you can see, this says I am definitely not in the place where I'm supposed to be, even when this video is another video, I mean another quest. Uh, I already told to Naltuk in this part of the quest. Uh, all the things on Firebreak are there, so that's so weird. So we are going to do the trick here. As you can see, the control tower spawn, and this cutscene also spawn. So you can see the mission is still follow the shaman's path. I'm gonna kill this puppy up. And here is the part when the game softlock for this skip or glitch or whatever. So this cutscene is, I mean, you see this cutscene, but now if you are on the other part, as you can see, the missions change because this is another video. Uh, you get there and you can exit. You can go into that hall, but you are going to get out of bounds because there is nothing there. But you can trigger the cutscene. You can't go back. If you restart from save, the tower is going to appear, but the fireclaw is not going to appear, so it's so weird. Um, so, is this possible on PC? It's not because the shaman's path thing, but there is other way to get the flying mount, and this is going to be my next video. So I'm gonna try doing that. It's maybe a little longer because you have to do arrange things in a different way, but I think it's possible to enter Firebreak with the mount on PC. So what can this is helpful in what way? Uh, I don't know anything about coding or that kind of stuff, but if we could find a way to trick the game to think that okay, so Aloy is in the Firebreak facility doing all this stuff, so that means that he do this other stuff. So the mission that she is supposed to be doing now right now is this one. If we could make the game to make that decision and change the quest, as the game does, for example, on She and the Cauldron She, or he, I don't know how to say it, how you say it. Maybe that this could be the shortest run possible. So I don't know if there is a way to trigger the game by, I mean, doing anything, not triggering a campfire, having a specific weapons, or restarting from save in a specific point, or creating a manual save and then reload that save. I don't know. I have tried some stuff like that, but I don't really know um, what what can be done to trick the game and make the game believe that okay, Aloy is fighting the fireclaw, so now I have to show this cutscene, right? Because this is the order of the game. But for some reason the game softlocked after that. So well, maybe this is was a fun video to make. Is fun to see how short this can be. So there you go. Have a nice day, and I see you later.